Hey, what's up, guys? Anklebreakaj2 here, the man with the plan, man with the mind and knowledge of the YWC. And this here is pretty much of a DVD update that I had. I did a video, like, nobody actually saw this video, but it was my second video on YouTube. And it was like my DVD collection. I lost some DVDs, but I gained some DVDs as well. So it's pretty much this is much of an update video. And now I actually have more of an audience to actually have access to and show you what I watch. And show you why I'm the man with the plan, man with the mind and knowledge of the YWC. So, I just want to let you know right now that there's not many, there's not any TNA DVDs. And I'm gonna make another video possibly this weekend and tell you why, because I have a shitload of TNA DVDs on my Xbox. Saved on my Xbox, so we'll save that for another day. But all these, majority, actually all of them with the exception of one, are WWE. They're from the WWE company, so all of them with the exception of one, I believe. So let's go and get into it. I'm gonna go through pretty much all these DVDs here. I'm gonna try to give brief synopsis on them, and we'll just go from there. Let's start from the left here. And the first DVD I have here is The Rise and Fall of ECW. Now, I got this in 2000, and I want to say 2009. I didn't start collecting DVDs until 2009. So, that was one of the first DVDs I got. But, funny story on how I got this, how I got these DVDs. If you can see there, it says Video Plus Games for $2.99. So I got both these DVDs for $2.99. So I went to Video Plus Games. Video Plus Games. What? That doesn't even fucking make sense. It should be Video Games Plus. But anyway, yeah. So I went to the store over there, and they're not even open anymore. So I'm very fortunate to find that DVD, but. I went in there and I don't know what the fuck I was looking for. I think I was looking for like, Madden 06 or some shit on Xbox 360 because I wanted to play it. But anyway, I didn't find that, but I did see this DVD, so I was marking out. I was like, oh my god, like I was like marking out because at the time, remember, this came out in 2005, so it's a 4-year-old DVD, and this DVD was highly, highly sought after. So it was very fucking hard to find, at least here in San Antonio, in my stores. So when I found it, I marked out, I bought it, and I watched it that day, and I probably watched it like 2 or 3 times that day. So I really, 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 really love that DVD. So that's my first DVD here. Alright, the second two here I have here is, let me switch this around. This is Extreme Rules 2011, Over the Limit 2011. Now, I was going to collect all of 2011 DVDs. Reason why I only stopped at Over the Limit, and you're probably calling me, oh, you're a fucking idiot. You don't even have money in the bank. Let me explain why. Around time of Over the Limit, I was moving out of my apartment, and I lost my job. So, now I'm working at a job that I'm getting paid less now. So I can't really afford DVDs right now because I'm still paying off my car, and once I get my car paid off, then I'm going to be adding more to this collection here. And I don't know if I said this already, but a lot of these DVDs here are DVDs that you probably already seen, or probably DVDs that that are not new at all. So I'm just showing you what I have here. So, but a lot of these DVDs are kind of old and whatever. But, yeah, so I'm looking to get, Money in the Bank. Well, really, Money in the Bank, I really want is John Cena and CM Punk, and I have that saved on my Xbox, so I don't know if I really want the whole pay-per-view, even though it was a great pay-per-view, so. But anyway, enough elaborating, let's go into our next DVDs here. I'm gonna pull all these out at once. Alright, these here is, I'm about to drop this shit here. This here is the Legends of Wrestling Roundtable. If you have not seen this show on WWE 24/7 or if it's WWE On Demand, wherever it is, this is a very, very, very good show, and I very much recommend this. It's a show where you get legends on there like Jim Ross, You got Jim Ross, Sergeant Slaughter, Ric Flair is on there sometimes, Michael Hayes. Pat Patterson, Mike Graham, Kevin Nash, fucking J.J. Dillon. They're all on there. Mean Gene Okerlund. Basically, what they do, they talk about a subject and they just talk, and it's not scripted. They just talk, and they don't hold anything back. There's a lot of videos on YouTube about that. I highly, if you want to consider yourself a smart wrestling fan, this will make you even more smart, because for me, I didn't know half the things that I know about wrestling before I saw this. Now, I was already smart with wrestling, but I got more further in depth on certain storylines that happened, or why certain guys got pushed, or why they went to this city for WrestleMania, or why they did this, or why they did this certain angle. You will find out with these DVDs on why certain things happen in wrestling. This one here is, and all these are basically wrestler based. This is Ric Flair and Sergeant Slaughter. This one's the only one that's not wrestler based. This is Heat Seekers, and what Heat Seekers are guys that in the business that were hated by not only by the fans but by legitimately have real heat in the back, like guys like Buff Bagwell, Lex Luger, Vince Russo, Goldberg, guys like that, Scott Hall, Paul Heyman, guys like that. Next one here is a Hulk Hogan versus Bob Backlund. Next one here is possibly my favorite one out of the superstars, at least. Andre the Giant Iron Sheik. This is a fucking good one here. Check this one out for sure. Jerry the King Lawler and the Junkyard Dog. And the last one and a half here is Roddy Piper and Terry Funk. And I believe they made over 20-some episodes, if I'm not mistaken. The ones that I showed you there are all the ones that are just superstar-based. But the most of them that they have now are just topics like the Heat Seekers, outdoor events, like the Monday Night War, top moments ever in wrestling. They got a lot of good topics. I highly recommend for you guys to look at that. I'll actually put a link in the description box. I don't do that much when I refer something highly, but I'll put a link in the description box to a good episode, and highly check that out. I really recommend for you guys to do that. Next one here is The Triumph and Tragedy of World Class Championship Wrestling, based out of Dallas. Very, very good documentary. It talks about the Von Erichs and how so tragic, the Von Erich family just broke down as far as the deaths that happened. And obviously you have the Fabulous Freebirds in there as well. So, next one here is a pack that I got from Walmart, the Life and Times of Mr. Perfect and Dusty Rhodes story. Very good documentaries. And there's also Rise and Fall of WCW in there as well. I actually have the DVD, which I get to that in a second. Hell in a Cell DVD. Everybody knows about this one. If you haven't seen it, get it. I don't know why you're waiting. Great Steel Cage Matches DVD, just as good as Hell in a Cell. Give it a chance. I know some people are not really too fond of old school cage matches. Just give it a chance. There's one match on here that has the Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Mark Jannetty versus, I believe, Pretty Boy Doug Summers and fucking someone. I keep forgetting the other guy's name. But that match was fucking bloody as hell. If you like blood, if you like, wrestling, old school hardcore wrestling, that's something to watch. Ladder match, first one. Allied Powers World's Greatest Tag Team DVDs. This is probably my favorite DVD with matches on there. And they literally highlight over every single great tag team that has ever stepped foot in the ring in WCW. They didn't really highlight ECW too much. They really left out some guys in ECW, like the Gangsters for one, the Pitbulls. But they highlight WCW, NWA, Florida Championship Wrestling, of course WWF and WWE. So it's a very good DVD to have. The True Story of a WrestleMania. If you haven't seen this documentary, this is possibly, I'll say this, the Rise and Fall of ECW and the Rise and Fall of WCW have the three best documentaries as far as on topics, not as far as superstars. I'm not really too big on superstar DVDs right now. I don't know why. I'm more into topics than anything else. But yeah, Uh, the Raw, the beginning, season 1 and 2, it'll let you know. This is pretty much let you know how Raw got started out and how it was to be a wrestling fan back then. So check it out if you're curious. I have both of the real, in my opinion, the real ECW One Night Stands, 2006 and 2005, the ones that were in the Hammerstein Ballroom. I consider those. 2005, I would say, was the last real ECW show. And what I mean by that is, even though it was WWE doing it, it felt like a real ECW show. If you were an ECW fan back in the day, like 1997, 98, I didn't start watching until 99, so I started watching the late years of ECW because 99 I was 11 years old. I didn't know what internet wrestling was. I just found ECW randomly one night on TV and I started watching it. I started watching the pay-per-views, so I was glad I was able to do that. ECW Extreme Rules have some good matches on there. My only Ring of Honor DVD, Best in the World. If you guys are not into Ring of Honor, I will highly suggest for you to pick this up because if you watch TNA and WWE, this is basically a highlight of some guys that were in Ring of Honor. Guys like CM Punk, Terry Funk, Samoa Joe, Austin Aries, AJ Styles, Evan Bourne's in this DVD. You know what I mean? So you also got Antonio Cesaro, aka Claudio Castagnoli's in here. Nigel McGuinness. I think I already said Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan, Lance Storm. They're all here in this DVD. Alright, that is it for my first row. Now let me get into the good stuff here. I'm going to start off from the right, and I'm going to point to them. Because I don't think you're going to be able to, I don't think you'll care if I pull them out. WrestleMania 27, WrestleMania 26, 23, 22, 20. I don't have 19, 21, 24, and 25. I'll get those at a later date. The Monday Night War. Everybody knows about this DVD. Very good DVD. If you learn about how Black Friday, or well, not Black Friday, but Black Saturday actually, on how that started and everything with WCW and WWF. My two favorite WCW DVDs, of course, WCW, The Very Best of Monday Nitro, and this is probably my favorite DVD, period, with the documentary and the matches together, Rise and Fall of WCW. I just simply, if I could have sex with any DVD, it will be that one. Here's your WWE Championship. Good matches on there. Very good matches on there, actually. If I have the WWE Championship, of course I will have the World Heavyweight Championship. Underrated documentary on here as well. I'll say check that out. Very underrated documentary. Best of the Intercontinental Championship. And the history of the Intercontinental Championship. So I have both of those. So, very good DVDs to have. Now let me get into my babies. My favorite collection, my most prized possession DVDs of the bunch. Let me first start off with the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble Anthology. Yes, I said anthology. Full-length pay-per-view DVDs. I don't have to explain it. I'm pretty sure you know what these are. Volume 1, 1988 to 1992. 92 Royal Rumble is the very best Royal Rumble of all time. I don't give a shit what anybody says. 92 is the best of all time. You cannot go find me another Royal Rumble that has about fucking 10, 11 former world champions in that Royal Rumble. Not to mention Bret Hart was on the show. So, I mean, Bret Hart wasn't even on the show. So, that could have been fucking 12. 93, 97. And 98 through 2002. Now, I had Volume 4. But this is why I'm missing some DVDs. When I was moving, I hired some movers. Because my black ass is lazy and I didn't want to move my own shit, so which was a mistake. Now, obviously, I couldn't find my volume 4 for the Royal Rumble, my volume 4 for SummerSlam, and volumes 1 and 2 for Survivor Series. So go figure. Did they steal it? I don't know. Who cares now? I don't have it. So Next ones that I have here, and I believe they did not make a volume 4 to this, but this is WrestleMania Anthology, 1985 to 89, which goes through 1 through 5. This is 6 through 10, and this is 11. Fuck WrestleMania 11. WrestleMania 11 to WrestleMania 15. So I got majority of the WrestleManias here. Well, over 80% of the WrestleManias. So I'm only missing a few. So, and I have these backwards. So, and the way I arranged them is by chronologically on how they happen. So I have Royal Rumble, and they have WrestleMania. Then here's SummerSlam. So SummerSlam, which has the best covers here. SummerSlam, 1988 through 1992, 93 to 97, and 98 to 2002. And I had 2003 to fucking 2007, but these fucknuts stole them. So, that's not fair for me to say that they stole them. They lost it. That'll be the best thing to say. Alright, guys, that'll be it for my DVD collection here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please rate, please subscribe, please drop a comment. This possibly, I think this is going on the GOG channel. So, be sure to subscribe to the GOG as well. And that will be it. I'll check you guys later. Peace out.